everyone, if you don't know me, I'm Sarah. As I'm sure you all know, we are quickly approaching Halloween. Before we even begin, let's take note of my outfit. Carrie the Musical t-shirt, Illuminati confirmed earrings, and of course, the spookiest thing I own, socks with cats on them. Another thing I'm sure you all know is that I've never done a baking video on Sarah Squared. This is the day that all that will change. I don't even know what to say next. Step 1. Lay out your ingredients. Shout out to allrecipes.com for this sugar cookie recipe. Your ingredients are 2 3/4 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 cup of butter, softened, 1½ cups of white sugar, uno huevo, and last but not least, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Step 2. Preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Step 3. Mix together your flour, baking soda, and baking powder. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And stir. That looks perfect! Now set this bad boy aside. Now in a large mixing bowl, cream together the butter and sugar until smooth. Spooky, scary skeletons. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now cream this delicious mess together until smooth. Looks smooth to me. Don't shame me. I already lost track of the steps. Step next one. Mix in the egg and the vanilla. Oh yeah. I feel like the oh yeah thing is really obnoxious. Kerplop? That's not even better. Beat those ingredients into the already mixed together butter and sugar. That looks good to me. Unless you have no fears of death, try to avoid eating this mixture. Step after that, blend in your dry ingredients gradually. Spooky, scary skeletons. What do you call a hot dog in October? A Halloweenie. Sounds like the oven is preheated, but I'm not even done with this flour. Take your goddamn time, mixer. Que pasa? That looks good to me. Unless you have a death wish, do not eat this part of the mixture. It's just so delicious. Now that we have this delicious dough, it's time to figure out how to make it into cookie shapes. The shapes we'll be using on this festive and spooky day are a ghost and a pumpkin. Spooky goodness. I don't even like sugar cookies that much. Hydration is all we have, kids. I think this is the first non-music Sarah Squared video where I've been standing up. I don't know what that says about me. It's telling me to roll it into balls, but I can't do that. Guys, what do I do? Okay, I think I've got an idea. Come with me. Now we're going to roll our bowl full of dough onto this counter. It's not even that good. Now that we have floured our surface, it's time to put the dough on it. I've eaten like 3 cookies worth of dough already. Have you guys seen how many rings I wear these days? Now with your squeaky clean hands, form your dough into a thin disc-like shape. Kind of like a pizza. This isn't the best idea, is it? Now with your squeaky clean hands, look for a rolling pin. Now roll that dough into submission. You come into my house and you would dare. With your squeaky clean hands, put flour on your rolling pin, or you're gonna have a bad time. What am I doing wrong? Now that half of the dough is about as good as it's gonna get, grab your cookie cutters and cut out some goddamn pumpkins. Oh god, I'm so nervous. It has so much to lose. Welcome to the world, little Jimmy. It's a dark and cold place. I should probably look how I'm baking these. The oven's been preheated for like 15 minutes. I'm a hot mess. Ungreased cookie sheets. Is this an ungreased cooking sheet? Does it need baking paper or something? I'm gonna put baking paper on it just in case. Now remember to use baking paper and not waxed paper. Pro tip. I just have to cut this with scissors like some peasant. Now that your baking sheet is ready, put the cookies onto the baking sheet. Is this way too thick? It's way too freaking thick. I take back what I just said. First, roll your dough to a more acceptable thickness. I can see the outline of the one I just cut out. That's so depressing. Now that that's sorted out, cut out some goddamn pumpkins. And from Jimmy's ashes, a new friend was born. Once you have a sizable squadron of delicious looking pumpkins, it's time to move on to the ghosts. And there you have one spooktacular tray of cookies. I'm honestly not really in the mood for documenting the rest of this process, so I'll just get back to you when they're done, okay? Now bake those cookies for 8 to 10 minutes. I'll see you when they're done. Well, hello there. Here I am with the finished product. Most of them fell apart, but they're still pretty delicious. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to Sarah Squared if you haven't already. And if I don't see you before then, which I probably won't, have a spooky Halloween, everyone.